What would you do if you had all the time in the world, but someone else had to pay for it? This is the story of the Rubato Timepiece. Yesterday, the Maggie system detected a sequence of anomalous atmospheric shifts and irregular chronal patterns. They were centered on an antique pocket watch here in Hart's Hollow. Tarnished silver, American-made, very old. No inscription, but the weight of it feels imbalanced somehow, as if something inside it moves out of rhythm with the world. Maggie felt the patterns resonate, felt the timepiece flex against the wards holding it in the vault. So today, we strengthen those wards.
Presenting Milo Reeves, age 28, a man always in motion. Once a musician, now a food delivery driver fretting traffic for tips. Life moves fast, but never fast enough for Milo. Until the pocket watch. He didn't buy it, he didn't steal it. He just found it in a box, left behind by a long-gone roommate. No note, no name. Just a tarnished silver timepiece. He figured it had to be broken, but he wound it anyway. It started ticking steadily, like a metronome. Loud, but not in his ears, more like in his head. He could almost feel it, like a pulse. The first time it saved him, he barely even noticed. It was a near miss, a blur of motion, horns blaring, curses in the air, delivery bag slamming against his back, and then something odd. The ticking in his pocket slowed, out of rhythm like a drummer dragging the beat. He managed to avoid the collision, somehow, and when the world caught up, the ticking snapped back to tempo. Milo had the ear for it. Rhythm was once his world, but he shook it off. Just a weird echo, just street noise. The second time, he noticed. Not the moment, that passed too fast, but the rhythm. The ticking dipped when the jar slipped, a falter, a hesitation. He reached out faster than should have been possible and caught the jar in the air. Then a burst, like the ticking was making up for lost time. Milo began to wonder, was the watch broken? Did something inside shift out of place? He planned to listen more closely. Soon he started using it deliberately. Not often, just when he was late, or trapped at a red light, or boxed in. He never asked it for help, but when it helped, he didn't question. It felt like improvisation, like a jazz solo, but with time, and the watch always knew the right tempo. Eventually, Milo started to notice that these time changes came with a cost. Someone nearby suddenly startled or confused, or just staring at nothing for a moment or two. At first, the pocket watch borrowed a moment for a moment. If Milo needed 2 extra seconds to beat a traffic light, the watch would take 2 seconds from a nearby pedestrian. But soon, it got greedy. 3 seconds of safety, 6 stolen in return. 10 seconds, 30 shaved off someone else's life. The longer the delay, the longer the rest between ticks, and the more someone else had to pay the price. Soon after, Milo started tracking the time thefts. Crash reports, 911 logs, obituaries. He noticed a pattern emerging. He couldn't deny it any longer. Every moment he stretched, someone nearby lost theirs. It wasn't always easy to follow the trail, but if someone reported blacking out for several seconds at the scene of an accident, well, Milo just knew that those were stolen moments, taken by the pocket watch, taken by him. Then they started. The rests. Empty beats, ticks that never came. He could feel it, what they really were. The instant a life stopped, when someone else's moments ran out, as if time itself skipped a beat. Finally, Milo couldn't live with the guilt anymore. He demanded the timepiece return what it had stolen, but the Echo Touch to do not give back. They only continued taking. A moment later, Milo vanished, mid-delivery. There were no witnesses, no camera footage. His scooter was recovered, lodged in a hedge. The pocket watch lay nearby, silent, no longer ticking. Three others in that neighborhood died at the same moment. Maybe it was some kind of echo-borne backlash, feedback surging into nearby lines. Perhaps Milo's rejection of the watch triggered its anger. Or possibly the timepiece had stolen from them before, binding their fates to his at the end. Only one thing is certain. Their final measures are now at rest.
The Rubato Timepiece is bound now, sealed inside the vault in Hart's Hollow. Its ticking silenced, its rhythm stilled, its bearer possibly dead, maybe absorbed by the echo in the lodge, or perhaps lost in time. We really don't know. What we do know is that Milo was a man who shaped his life in rhythms and rests, but in the end, he still missed the coda.